Welcome. Thank you for joining us here this evening at our health talk. My name is Nada St. Germain, and some of you know my story, but there's some of you that have not heard my story. I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. I was introduced to Neolife over 31 years ago. I was in my 20s. I was tired. I was stressed. I had digestive trouble. I had allergies, joint pain, chronic fatigue. I was working as a police officer right downtown Toronto, and I was really struggling. I was eating healthy, I was exercising, but the shift work really did a number on me. And I never took supplements, so I didn't have a lot of faith because my mom was taking supplements for a number of years with no results. She was in her 40s and really struggling with a lot of aches and pains and fibromyalgia. But a friend of ours, a neighbor and a dear friend, recommended for my mom and I to try these products. And at first I said no, but then I got curious. I thought, well, maybe there's something different. So I had somebody come do a presentation for my family and my friends, very similar to what you're going to hear tonight. And there was just a few things that really stood out. And I'm going to go through that as I'm going through the presentation. It made sense. It made me more aware that I couldn't get everything from my food. And I thought, what do I got to lose? I said, Mom, let's just try. So grateful we did. So I'm now in my 50s. My mom's in her 70s. And I like to say we're aging gracefully. I still work out every day. I feel great. No more PMS. My energies levels now compared to when I was in my 20s is incredible. And my mom is pain-free in her 70s. So I'm just going to share with you just some of the things that we need to be doing to protect ourselves, to slow aging, to fill in those nutritional gaps. And I'm not saying we can cure any condition, but it's amazing when you fill the gaps as to what's missing in your diet, how your cells can just start to regenerate and rebuild themselves and repair themselves and protect themselves. And that's what we're going to focus on this evening. And it's not just about supplementation. You got to look at your diet, weight management, and physical activity. Okay. Is any of these areas, could you have improved a little bit? Okay. So you really need to look at your lifestyle and what areas you need to improve. But let's look at diet. They say that 75% of chronic diseases are preventable. Okay. So you got to look at what you're putting into your body that causes inflammation. And I love the Canadian Food Guide now. They made this change back in 2019 where half of your plate, right, should be those dark colored fruits and vegetables with some lean protein, a few whole grains, the good quality grains, and water should be your drink of choice. But let's talk about what we aren't eating. This was a global study that came out of Lancet, and it was done in over 190 countries. And they proved that it's what we are not eating is what's actually killing us. And we're going to talk about some of these nutrients: whole grains, low fruit, nuts and seeds, low omega-3, and low vegetables. What they used to do, right, back 70 years ago, they were grinding our wheat, making our flour, making our breads. And how long did our breads last back 70 years ago? A day or two, right? Now, how long do our breads last? A long time, weeks. Cereals last years and pasta lasts forever, okay? Because they no longer do this anymore. They mill out these critical oils from the grain to make our foods have a longer shelf life. The oils are gone, the nutrients are gone. We're left with this kind of starchy white flour, protein, gluten, which many people today have a hard time digesting. So this is one of the biggest challenges and biggest problems we have today is our grains are no longer whole and now they're genetically modified. Okay, so this, again, just a big challenge. So we need to be consuming more grains, but man has destroyed the grain. So why are whole grains important? Well, let's look at this amazing product, Tran. This is something that I started taking over 31 years ago. It's a product that Neolife launched in 1958, and it contained those oils from the soybeans, the whole wheat, and the brown rice. These are critical. They call them essential lipids and phytosterols. And what they do is they help with your cells. And what's really unique about this product Yes, they contain these essential lipids, but it's less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal. So there's no gluten in this product, and developed for a hospital research study. And it helps to promote cellular energy and efficiency. You're only as healthy as your cells. So if your cells are not getting the nutrients that they need, you're not going to get the proper repair, okay? So here's an unhealthy cell. Because we don't have these grain oils in our diet anymore, we're now third and fourth generation not having these essential lipids in our diet. The nutrients can't get in and the waste can't get out, because every single cell in your body is surrounded by that lipid layer, those grain oils. When you add TRANN into your diet, all of a sudden your cells start working better. Nutrients start going in and waste starts going out. So a lot of makes your cells just more energetic, and also the nutrients in your diet start absorbing better and proven to absorb by 50% greater. So this TRANN grain concentrate comes in this Pro Vitality pack, okay? And we're going to be focusing on Pro Vitality, but I wanted to share that this is what makes us unique compared to any other company out there. Nobody has these nutrients. Neolife is the first and only company to have this TRANN grain concentrate. There's two ways that you can get this: from eating non-rancid whole seeds, grains, and nuts. Okay, you can go buy all these grains and grind it all yourself, or one TRANN is equivalent to 8.3 calories as opposed to 550 calories from grains in one TRANN. So just an amazing product to help to fill those gaps as to what's missing in your diet. So when you're looking at supplementation, though, this is something or a question that I had when I first looked at Neolife, and so did my mom. Like, what's different? How can we trust this company when so many companies have been tested? And I mean, back in 2007 to 2016, 776 products were marketed as dietary supplements, and they contained hidden active ingredients that are unsafe or unstudied. And when I was looking at Neolife, there was I remember an article in the Toronto Star, and it was done at a Guelph University. And they tested so many products and found that what was on the label was not actually in the bottle. So that's one of the reasons why I doubted taking supplements. But when I looked at Neolife and I looked at the company, I looked at the longevity, being around since 1958 in over 50 countries, a pioneer in the industry, the team of scientists, respected team of scientists that work together to develop and manufacture the products, and no GMO ingredients. They only use whole food. They stay within the human food chain, and the science is exceptional. Our scientific advisory board, they work together as a team. They don't just endorse the product. They're involved in developing, manufacturing, and researching all of the products. This is their job. I was really drawn to this because of this. And this is why the products work. And this is why when my mom and I started taking these supplements and we started sharing it with family and friends, the turnaround in so many different health issues was incredible, and the results were there, okay? Because just helping to fill the gaps. Also published in peer-reviewed medical journals, world-class research, and this is really important. So it's not just Neolife research, and that's really important. It's third-party publications. So now I get the pleasure of introducing and bringing on Joan Poon, who I've known for many, many years. She's a retired registered nurse, and I'm going to have her share her journey and her story and just give you a little more detail on how amazing this Vitality Pack is to help you fill those nutritional gaps. Joan, welcome. You have to unmute, hon.
Thank you, Nada. Just to introduce myself again, my name is Joan Poon. I live in Mississauga, and as Nada mentioned, I'm a retired registered nurse, early retired registered nurse, and I was introduced to Neolife 27 years ago. At that time, I had just finished treatments for breast cancer, and I was looking for something to boost my immune system and my energy level. And that's when I met Mary Ellen, my sponsor, who shared Neolife with me. I was at a jewelry party, and she shared her son David's asthma testimonial with me. And I figured, if the products could help him, maybe they'll help me as well. So I went to a presentation similar to what you're seeing tonight, and it made so much sense. And being a nurse, I was drawn to the science behind the products because our practice had to be evidence-based as well, too. So I started on a program, and within a few weeks, I felt a huge difference in my energy level. I used to go to bed tired, wake up tired, and I thought it was because of the 12-hour shifts I was working. I thought it was because I was turning 40 at the time, getting older, right? Anyway, it's not so old anymore, right? Not at my mid 60s. It wasn't any of those things. I realized it was these key nutrients that were missing from my diet, because I feel better today in my mid 60s than I did in my 30s. And I'm so grateful for these products. And this is the foundation of the products that I took. So Nada mentioned the TRINN, and that's what gives you energy. That's what balances your hormones, and that's where I got my energy from. So the next one is the omega-3 gap, and we all know it's a double-edged sword. You should eat a lot of fish, but yet you shouldn't because of all the mercury and lead. Well, Neolife has taken care of that problem, because we have an omega-3 complex, sorry, omega-3 supplement that has 8 parts to it. When you eat a piece of fish, you get 8 parts. When you buy it in the store, you only get EPA and DHA. And it's been tested with 200 contaminants, and 0 is allowed. So what is it, Nada? How many is the usual testing they do? And we go beyond that, right? We do 200. We test.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're minimal testing, and we go way beyond the testing requirements.
Yeah. And the nice thing, it's been clinically proven. It's been proven in clinical trials to reduce inflammation by 68% in 8 weeks. That's a big wow. So we know that, anecdotally it works because we feel better, joints feel better, but there's a science to prove it as well too. And so omega-3 in health is important for cardiovascular health, like your cholesterol levels, inflammatory balance, brain and central nervous system function. So it's good for things like, preventing dementia, any of those, Alzheimer's, behavioral health and learning, kids with ADD, ADHD, immune health and healing, eye health and vision, flexible joints, and cognitive health and aging as well too. So it's very, very important. And so our Salmon Oil Plus was featured in this magazine, which is endorsed by the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, because it's so important for pregnant women to have omega-3 in their diet, because it's good for the baby's eyes and brain. And when you see a baby that's born and whose mom has been taking omega-3, you definitely see a difference. You see how alert they are when they're born. So it's really, really important as well. And also it prevents postpartum depression. So recent studies have shown that inflammation is the root cause of many issues, if not all issues. It can lead to cancer, cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, just even diabetes and autoimmune diseases. Arthritis are more common ones, right? But it's so, so important to keep your inflammation down. And that's what you can do with the salmon oil. As I'd mentioned, clinically proven to reduce triglycerides by 17%. It improves the omega-3 to 6 ratio, which is important to keep. Your body does have inflammation, but so keeping that ratio, keeping the inflammation down versus anti-inflammation versus inflammation is important. So, and also here it shows it reduced it by 68% in just 8 weeks. That's pretty impressive. And that's one of my favorite products to take as well too. And the next gap is the fruit and vegetable gap. And the solution for that is our carotenoid complex. This was actually tested by the USDA and CDC and found to boost your immune capacity by 37% in 20 days. And this was actually published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition and presented at the New York Academy of Sciences. So if you take a box of the Pro Vitality a month, you get the equivalent of 80 pounds of raw organic fruits and vegetables in every box. And that's the one that helped me in terms of my cancer, I think that was critical for me to take that because of my immune system. Do you want to add to that, Nada?
Yeah, so Joan, I think too, when we met you, that was the main thing, right? Coming off of chemo, you were looking for something just to build up your immune system and just, energy after all that treatment, but also to remove toxins, right? And to protect your cells. And that's where the carotenoids, I think, come in, and they play a really big role in just strengthening your immune system, right? And that made a big role for me with my allergies. And I mean, I remember my colds would last weeks. I don't remember the last time I had a cold, like probably 30 years ago. Like, it's amazing how, when you start to strengthen your immune system, and even my kids, you know, you know, they're now 22 and 24. And I remember when they were little, like they would catch the odd thing, but it wouldn't linger. And that's where the immune system is really powerful, just to help you. So yeah, this is an amazing product. I find this is hard because, Joan, who eats 13 servings of dark colored fruits and vegetables every single day? That's, I think, the biggest challenge. See, we have the food available. We're just don't have the time to prepare it and eat it and cook it. And like, I try to eat that every single day. But if I'm out and about, it's hard. If I'm home, it's easy. But not everybody's home every single day. A lot of people are on the run, on the go, and kids are very picky. They might not be eating the Brussels sprouts and the cabbage and all those greens that we should be eating every single day. So definitely a product to help to fill the nutritional gaps.
And usually people eat a lot of apples and bananas, right? Which don't
Yeah,
have the
apples, bananas, and potatoes are the most popular vegetables, but don't contain those carotenoids.
red, orangey, colorful vegetables that are important. And you mentioned
Mhm.
one thing in terms of my testimonial as well. I had seasonal allergies. I used to take a lot of antihistamines. And after a few years, I think with my immune system being boosted, I don't have allergies anymore.
Mhm.
So which is another side benefit.
For
And,
sure.
yeah, and of course there's essential vitamin and mineral complex. It helps to fill that dietary gap as well. It has phytoenzymes for easy digestion. And what is, I can't remember the other point I was going to make, Nada.
Yeah, that's okay. Just 21 micronutrients.
Oh yeah, and also what I meant was so when you buy a multivitamin at the store, you could just get a multivitamin, but this is an enhanced multi. You get your multivitamin, you get an omega-3, carotenoid, and a threonine. So
So
that
that's why we call it a Cadillac of multis, right, Joan? Just gives you a little bit of everything in this convenient pack. And this is a great foundation just to fill those nutritional gaps, especially coming out of that Lancet study, right? They talked about the deficiencies and why we're not well. Well, this fills the nutritional gap. And let's talk about some of the other challenges we have, I think, with our children and school and hyperactivity. And we have an amazing program for little ones, Liquivite, which is a liquid version of the multivitamin with the carotenoids and antioxidants, and tastes great. My kids grew up on this when they were babies. And then you upgrade to the Vita Squares and the Vita Guard, which are chewable version. Again, whole food, non-GMO, no artificial color, no artificial dyes, no artificial sweeteners. Tastes really good. Kids love them. And then many of our young ones are chewing the salmon oil, and eventually they can swallow that fish oil, which is so important for brain function, ADD, ADHD. And then they add the protein. This was a game changer for my family. Every morning, my kids had a protein shake with their breakfast. And then when they became teenagers, a lot of days it was just their breakfast because they didn't have time to eat in the morning, or they didn't feel like eating breakfast. But this was something that they always took. And even now, they're in their 20s and they're adults, they still make their own protein shakes every single day. So just an amazing product. And we'll talk a little bit about that product as we go further along. But when you add the protein to this vitality pack, we do call this a breakfast pack. And this is definitely one of the best places to start. Most people look at this because what do most people eat for breakfast, right? Usually it's coffee or nothing. And I was listening to a doctor on a podcast, Joan, that you sent me, and it was interesting, her view on protein, which is greatly needed as we're aging. Helps with blood sugar, helps to manage your weight, energy, hormonal balance. Just a great way to start your morning. With the Neolife Shake, it's all natural. 22 amino acids. It's complete protein, 18 grams. It has some fiber. It has a glycemic control, so regulating blood sugar. We've had amazing results with diabetics, naturally controlling the blood sugar, and eventually they're able to go off their medication under doctor management. But it's amazing how naturally this is safe and it won't interfere with anything else that you're doing. It's also complete meal replacement, has vitamins and minerals, whole food antioxidants. Again, nothing artificial, okay? And they only use no GMO ingredients. Okay, it's very easy to digest, tastes great, helps with weight loss, heart health, lowers your body mass index, reducing your body fat and body size. Now you can do a weight loss program and have this protein shake twice a day with mini meals. For breakfast, you have a shake, you have a mini meal, and then you have the shake for lunch, a mini meal, then a dinner. But we've had people that have had great results just by introducing their protein in the morning for breakfast and continuing with their regular meal plan and mini meals and snacking throughout the day. And Serena, you were one of my, you had a great story because I think the breakfast pack was something that that you noticed. You were able to manage your weight a little bit easier, I think, because of menopausal symptoms. Do you want to share a little bit? Because I know that was a big challenge for you.
Yeah, sure. When I first started, I started taking the breakfast pack, and I had a few different issues going on: fatigue, particularly for fatigue and brain fog, and some weight gain. And I had been going through a lot of stress in the previous year. So I do attest a lot of it to that, but also to going through the change in life. And I did, after just a few short months of taking the breakfast pack, I did start noticing, just some shrinkage and feeling, a lot lighter, and going for the shake in the morning instead of doing the muffin or the bagel, or it was a much healthier choice. So, and all my family are on it now too, and they love it, and it's so easy. It's just a really easy breakfast. So
yeah, thank you. And it tastes so good. But the results we've had with weight, but what I want to share with you is you're changing your habits as well. There's a weight management program. It teaches you how to eat, what to eat. And the cravings are gone because you regulate blood sugar. And Gabby, when she lost her weight, even years later, she's able to maintain, because that's really important. You can lose weight on any weight loss program, but it's maintaining it and keeping it off is the key. And even Carlos, incredible results with his weight loss as well. And then we've just introduced our vegan protein, and it's plant-based. It's now available in Canada. It is included in the breakfast pack. And I'm going to pick on, was it Eva? Who was it that shared? Was it Amanda or Yvonne that shared her protein?
It was Amanda.
Amanda, was it Amanda? Was that you?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, I just didn't want to pick on the wrong person. I was so happy that you shared your experience on the vegan protein. Do you want to share with everybody? Because I know you shared with us before everybody got on this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of you, I guess, who didn't hear, I'm training for law enforcement, and I've been training twice a day, every day. And I can guarantee there's a huge gap missing in my nutrition for sure. I also have a dairy intolerance. So Joan told me about the vegan protein, and she gave me some to try. And I have tried multiple different types of protein. I've tried the Vega protein, which is another form of vegan protein. And I'll be completely honest, it tastes like dirt. But I was so impressed with this vegan protein. It tastes good and mixed well. And especially when I'm training 5 o'clock in the morning that hard, and then you need a quick protein right after, because then I'm driving and then I have to go straight to work. So I need something quick and mixable. And I was so impressed with how well it tasted, how easily it mixed in water. And it just overall, I was mind blown at how great this was. So yeah, I'm definitely buying this after this call.
Thank you, Amanda. Because I feel the same way. I train a lot, I work out a lot, and what I love about both the proteins, they're pre-digested, so they're really easy to digest. So you can drink it and hit the football field, hit the basketball court, hit the soccer field, or hit the weights, and you don't feel that heaviness. And a lot of times I'll do a protein even after my workout, so as a recovery. So it's now available in Canada, and it's part of our breakfast pack, and it's made a huge impact in many lives. So, but protein is critical for tissue repair, cell repair, brain repair, and also immune function. Protein builds T cells, which are cancer fighting cells. So very important for the immune system, and also helps to slow aging. Okay, that's really, really important. I have not gone a day in 31 years without a Neolife shake. Okay, and now I've added the vegan shake as well. So just totally my go-to. So now on that note, I'm going to have Wen share her story because I can tell you right now she's definitely aging gracefully. Wen.
Thank you very much, Nada. Hi, my name is Wen Bogues. I'm a retired nurse practitioner of 50 years in the business. And I was first introduced to Neolife about 35 years ago by my good friend Lynn. My mantra has always been that I am a stand for health. Even back then, I exercised daily. I ate as healthy as I thought possible, and I filled in any gaps in my nutrition with Neolife supplements. Weight gain began to plague me, perimenopausal, and I tried many diets. Some worked better than others, but I recognized that the hardest part was not feeling fatigued by restricted eating and maintaining that weight loss. The Neolife Breakfast Health Pack, which meant adding a shake as a healthy meal replacement every day, has allowed me to stay at the right body mass index and bonus, maintain muscle. In fact, I'm in my 70s now, and which meant that, and I'm building muscle, repeat myself. I'm building muscle, doing virtual exercise, walking programs for only a half an hour almost every day. And it's just 2% of my day. Very doable. That and my daily shake make sure that I'm still a stand for health with lots of energy to hike, downhill ski, snowshoe, kayak, paddleboard, whatever I want to do. And anyway, keep up with my grandchildren is one of my most important goals. So thank you very much, Nada.
Thank you, Ann. And I've seen your pipes. One day I told you where you're gonna have to show us your pipes on the video, okay? Because I've seen you do your weights and workouts. So way to go. I want to be like you when
take me to the beach.
Okay. I want to be like you when I grow up. Thank you so much for sharing, Wen. I really, really appreciate it. And when you're looking at, I know Joan talked about allergies, and I talked about digestion, and my mom with her fibromyalgia and aches and pains. I mean, we have a variety of other products that help with very many other health issues. Again, filling the nutritional gaps. And one of my favorites is that full motion. My mom, her fingers were crippling over, her toes were crippling over, and I had a lot of joint pain in my knees. And so adding that full motion to the breakfast pack made a huge impact in my health. And I know, Joan, for you, digestion was something, improving your gut played a really big role in also building up your immune system, especially with, being on treatment and medication. It does destroy a lot of your digestive natural things in your body. And I was using antihistamines year round pretty much for about 4 or 5 years. So I destroyed my gut as well. So that was something I was able to rebuild, and my allergies are no longer. So that made a huge goal. So we do have other products as well. So I just wanted to let you know that the breakfast pack is the foundation, okay? And then you can always look at other things, adding other things down the road if you choose to. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do I become a member of this amazing club? Well, it's free to join our wellness club. As soon as you join, you automatically get 25% off the retail price when you go on NeoShip. And NeoShip is a program where, for example, that Vitality Pack or that breakfast pack is a month's supply. So when you have that coming on a monthly basis and you're using it every single day, you get wholesale price, plus the company will give you all your shipping back for being a loyal customer after 6 months. And you get that money in loyalty dollars, and then you can spend it on other product. I have so many customers that just so grateful that they get their shipping back because they don't like paying shipping. So again, it's just a way that we thank you for being loyal. And also, when you refer 3 people to one of those packs, yours is free every single month. Many of our customers are getting health packs free every month. They're not building a business. They're just sharing with their family and their friends, and eventually they qualify to get their products for free. So that's something we can help you and work with you in getting your products for free as well. And we also have different challenges, fitness challenges and weight loss challenges. If you feel like you need something, a group to join to be more accountable, that's a group that's available as well on Facebook. So we can show you how to do that. So again, these are the health packs on NeoShip. You get wholesale price. You got the Vitality Pack. You've got the Breakfast Pack is definitely the best seller. And then we have our Shape Up Pack, our Weight Loss Pack. Because you're doing 2 protein shakes a day, you do need the 4 bags of protein. And then again, as Amanda shared earlier, as you can see, we have now the breakfast pack available in the breakfast pack with the vegan shake. And if you refer 3 people to this pack, yours is free every single month. So it's kind of cool that we have that to have that in place for you as a club member. So I love the 3 for Free program. There is an amazing group on Facebook. It's called Neolife Healthy Living Community. There's over 8,000 members in this group where people share stories and testimonials and just sharing their journey on Neolife and how the products have changed their life. So this is where you can put in joint pain, and then all the stories and testimonials come in joint pain or fibromyalgia or PCOS. And the stories are people, real stories. And we've met many of them over the years. So just a great way for you to see the impact that these products have made in people's lives all over North America. And then there's one more option. This part really excited me later on down the road, not right away. I was not looking for a business opportunity. I really thought I was going to be a police officer for the rest of my life. I was young, I was naive, and I thought I could, it was a career that I was going to stay. But I realized after a certain time in my life that I wanted more. I wanted time freedom, wanted to work from home, want to start a family. So if you are someone really enjoys helping others, because the products work and they impact people's lives, it forms a fantastic foundation for an incredible business opportunity. But we're going to explain that at the end for those of you that want to learn more. But I just want to let you know that it is incredible business. I was able to leave my career, and this is something I've been doing full time for many, many years, and just loving what I do. Again, just truly having an impact in people's lives. So again, whether you've just joined this evening to look at getting a discount, becoming a member, if you're curious about the business, just join us after we're done our question and answer session. If you want to learn more, we have this every Tuesday, this session, and Thursdays is a different topic every Thursday. And this Thursday coming up, we're doing a talk on joint and bone health. And we're going to talk about fibromyalgia, aches and pains and things like that, where you can bring guests to listen. Okay, so that's this Thursday. So I'm going to now stop the recording and open it up to questions. Pause. Hang on a second here. There we go. I'm going to share the screen again and bring up the presentation. Well, thank you so much. And we're back. I'm so excited to share a little bit about this incredible business opportunity. One thing that drew me to the company was, they've been around since 1958, so over 63 years in business now, and also in over 50 countries around the world. So you can build an international business without even knowing people in some of these other countries. And I'm excited to share that we have, a few people on the call tonight here that have actually sponsored people already internationally. I know, Joan, you've got people in Trinidad, and Serena, you're thinking of maybe expanding into the Philippines, and we've got people in Tanzania. And yes, it's really cool how if you know people here that know people in other countries, you can build an international business with never going there. Okay, but if you want to go there, you can, which is kind of nice. But the values and their mission is very inspiring. Absolute integrity, And obviously products that work. I mean, if my mom didn't feel better, if I didn't get the results, and if my family didn't get the results and they didn't come back month after month, you know, I don't think I could have built the business. But because the products work and people consume these products monthly, you can build incredible residual income. And people are number one. That is something that was really important for me as well. I love people. I enjoy being around people. I enjoy helping people. And that's really inspired me and excited me to continue as well, building this incredible business. Another thing was equal opportunity for all. You know, I didn't have a university degree. I didn't have a nutrition background. You know, I didn't know if I could build a business because I didn't know how to build a business, but I could share. And that was something that I was excited to do. And the company was there to help me. And my team, I had my upline, and we had this core group of people that we worked together as we built our business. So you're never alone by yourself. And the long range vision. This was something that was really important for me because I had a police career and I didn't know, you know, that I was going to quit my job. But as I got involved in building my business, I realized that I wanted to leave that career. So I want to make sure that this business was going to bring me income, right? Into my, well, later than retirement, because I'm not going to retire doing this business. I'm going to do this until I'm gone because I love doing what I'm doing. But that's my choice. But what's really, really nice about this business is the longevity, okay? And your long vision. The key thing is you use the products, you share the products and share the opportunity, and there's personal development, okay? That is the key. You grow as a person, and we are there to help you every step of the way. So just to give you an idea of what it takes to make over $15,000 a year, part-time, okay? So remember we talked about the club member and you getting your health pack free? Well, if you refer 3 of your club members and you help them get their health pack free, and you help 3 promoters, so business people, do the same. This is what it kind of looks like for you to become a director, they call it, where you can make a part-time income of over $1,000 a month, part-time, okay? Just to give you an idea on what it would look like, just sharing that breakfast pack. Now we have other products, so people start sharing other products as well, but this is just your base. I just wanted to give you an idea on what it would look like. And where can you start a business? For as little as $98 in Canada or $75 in the US. You know, you can join our cause to end the trend as a promoter, and you also receive a free bottle of that Tran grain concentrate when you become a promoter. And that's valued at over $70, that one bottle. So really, it doesn't cost a lot to start this Neo-Life business. And again, you can start making an extra $500 a month, $1,000, $5,000, or again, if it's a goal to have a 6-figure income or more, very, very doable. And again, I was able to leave my police career, and so did my husband. So amazing business opportunity if you're consistent, but you don't do it by yourself. The online training and the support is exceptional. Okay, we just had a business training at 7 o'clock this evening on consistency. And we talk as a team and we share. And so again, the support is incredible. And if you want to know more about the business, there's another Facebook group called The Ideal Business. And this is where people post stories on the business opportunity, income that they're generating, and their journey on how they got there. So just another great group that if you're curious about learning, we can invite you to this group as well if you'd like to know more about the business. Again, life-changing, impacting people's lives. Joan, you were able to leave, you talked earlier, leave your nursing career early, right? Early retirement.
Yep. After I shared my story with people, it just got to that point where I was able to leave it about 11 years ago. I took
Wow.
early retirement, and I continue to impact people's lives in a different way, not just as a nurse. This is more preventive, and this is what I find a little more rewarding for me as well.
Right.
And the fact that it impacted my health, right? That was the first thing, that being healthy, So so there are a lot of great benefits. One of the things during COVID was the community that we belonged to, right? It really helped me cope with what was going on, having this community around me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And plus, yeah, there are so many benefits, you know, the travel and, you know, yeah, impacting lives.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joan, for joining us. And thank you all for sharing your stories this evening. Really appreciate you coming on. And again, if you have any more questions about the business, just reach out to the person that invited you. And again, we're always here to support you every step of the way. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Nada. Thanks,
you.
Joan.